And if we look at human design, I'm going to introduce a little bit of human design that we'll talk about it in a few weeks. Let's say your mom is manifestor, which I don't know, maybe she's not. But let's say hypothetically there's 5 different designs. There's reflectors, who are very close to God. They came as communicators. There's only 1% of them. There's manifestors, people who came to rule. They're supposed to be governors, mayors, people who build, create, and really lead. But their style of leading is very ruthless, very tough. Then there's the third. These are projectors, which we know Gabriella is. And projectors are people who are new styles of leadership. They're very systematic. They have a really good structure to lead people. And if they are awakened spiritually, they gotta lead with love. And by the way, that's who you are, Gabriella. You're supposed to sit on your mom's shoulder and like a parrot saying, go right, go left with love. If you'll go here, that's how you'll find your happiness. This is your mission. You are leading away to generators, which are the next level, either manifesting generators or generators. You're leading the light. You are nothing but love. If you are spiritually awakened, your whole purpose is to shine love. And then there's manifestors and generators, manifesting generators and generators. We are 70% of the society. We build this world, all of it. Whether right now I'm manifesting generator, I am being of service to you. I am giving my knowledge. It's constantly of being of service. Who builds buildings? Who are nurses and lawyers? 70% of us are generators and manifesting generators. We have a lot of energy in our belly, and we give and serve all the time. And so if your mom, let's say manifestor, she doesn't know how to even give love because her energy is closed. Because only generators, again, it's 70% of us, are giving love, and with us, it feels like a warm blanket is around you. That's how generators' energy work. You guys are with me right now? Do you feel like blanket goes around you? Yes, this is the generator. This is my mission, constantly bringing this love and giving the blanket around you. You are projector. You don't have that sacral energy. You're feeding off of me. And you gotta have a lot of energy in order to actually work. Generators like me can work 7, 8, 9 hours a day. Even though as a woman, we're not supposed to. But work could be cooking, cleaning, being a son, doing a homeschooling, meeting with you. We're born, we have like a battery, a lot of energy. We're giving all the time. Projector like you should not work even 4 hours. And you
we're the no energy type, actually.
Yes, you're feeding off, but the opposite happens. You're surrounded by generators. You are sucking their energy, and then you go. We generators don't work like projectors do. But some of you don't even understand what I'm talking about. That's why I'm going to send you the link, and it will take you 2 minutes to see. Are you reflector, manifestor, projector, generator, or manifesting generator? And in 2 weeks, I would like for us to have a program where I'll go in depth in sharing the difference between these 5 designs, and for you to understand how to live a harmonious life without violating yourself. Because if you're a generator, there's a certain way to live, disconnecting from your head, because your head will always guide you in the wrong direction in life. And you'll be lost in relationship, you'll be lost at work, you'll be choosing a wrong career. Oh, Samantha is a projector too, great. And if you are a reflector, by the way, there's only 1% of them. My son is a reflector. It's a completely different style of living. You cannot be a manager, a leader. You cannot even work. It's not your purpose. My son, he's turning 9 next week. He started a YouTube channel. He has videos that have over 2 million views. He has 9,000 subscribers. I don't have on YouTube 9,000 subscribers. He's a communicator. He has knowledge and he's sharing it with kids, and kids are viewing it. He's natural at that. He will not be good at working for somebody or leading someone. He's just gonna be either YouTuber or minister or someone who'll be talking and sharing knowledge. I say, who you wanna be? He said, I'm gonna be a gamer. Obviously, that could change, but right now, as he's sharing his passion, people are just watching and liking, watching and liking. He's natural at that. He's a reflector. And manifestor, if they try to work for someone, people will be miserable next to them, and they will be miserable because they're manifestor. They're like, I don't know if you know the leader of Stalin during the Soviet Union was ruthless. They're very ruthless. Nobody likes manifestors. They don't have energy. They're closed off. And they're born this way in order to lead and not being connected to people. But they're starving for love. But nobody loves them. And so how it's for them to live ecologically so they're not miserable in life? And then there's projectors. How for them to live if they don't have energy? And then also generators. Why they're lacking money? And when projectors are not living, projectors, by the way, supposed to have the most delicious life if they're living life correctly. Same as generators, but people are not understanding and don't know who they are and how to live ecologically with their human design. So I understand none of you right now, probably besides Samantha and Gabby, knows what I'm talking about. But if you're gonna glance for 2 minutes and put the date of birth, where you're born, you will know who you are. The rest you don't need to buy in order to see it. It's free, but then I will fully describe what is your mission, where is your weakness, and where is your strength in life. And it's Ra Rohu in 1995 was meditating, and this knowledge came to him from above. So this knowledge is spiritual knowledge, ancient knowledge, but at the same time it's new. But it's much deeper than astrology. And it's a science. There's a lot of science to it. Because each one of us is very unique and very different. And so we'll go into depth on describing you, your gift, and your talent. Thank you. Would love to share. There's something else that comes in mind. See, for generators, and there's will be again 70% of us on the program because there's 70% of generators in the world. The main question we have to answer, why we're here. What is our purpose? And if we work at work where we're not fulfilled, we're miserable, and the whole circle of people around us are miserable. And that's why we're broke, and that's why we'll be poor, because the generators are the source of energy. And they have to, especially generators, find the answer, and it's always there in the belly, and we'll talk about in much depth. And for projectors, it's so hard not to get busy involved when they're surrounded by generators, and how to do that, because they are supposed to shine the light, but at the same time wait until they're invited, and not by generators and not by projectors, but only manifestors. And it's so hard to do, and how to find that balance. And so we'll go in depth in how to achieve that harmony within yourself and live this ecological life and learn to listen to your design, because there's a keys to listening to your design, your unique design, because each generator is different, each projector is slightly different, and manifestor and reflector. And the more you will understand your unique design, the happier you're going to be. I'll tell you even more. As a generator, manifesting generator, I'm not supposed to have meetings every week or every 2 weeks. As I'm learning this now, I understand that I gotta connect to my gut feeling. I feel like doing the program, I can. If I don't feel like, I can't. Because then I'm speaking from the head. And head is preventing us from living the happy, fulfilling life. And there's no logic to it. It's like, wow, Well, we have a structure every 2 weeks, but generators cannot live by logic. But our whole society is built work 9 to 5. Projectors cannot work more than 3-4 hours at the most. Generators can, but when they feel like it. When they really feel like it. But our society broke all our design the way we're born. And we're born all unique. And so we cannot work in the system because the system destroys our design. And the more you understand your design, the more you will start searching and gravitating and attracting people that gonna give you life that you're born into and want to live.
I definitely want to do more on human design for sure.
And so my request is look up to your human design. It takes only 2 minutes. Take a picture of it and send it to the group chat, because if I'll see all of you are manifestors, we'll talk more about manifestors. If you guys are all projectors, I'll talk more about projectors. If you guys are generators, I'll talk more about generators. And if you can, do the profile also of your husband or your child or your parent, whoever that you're interested in, so you can start listening. Oh, my mom is this way because of this. My husband is like this because of this. Or my friend is like that. And so it will give you a lot of understanding on your dynamic, where you guys are in conflict with yourself or your partner or your children, or how to treat your partner, how to treat your mother or your daughter or your partner. So I highly recommend for you to glance at it, but please ask your parents on exact time when you're born. That will help a lot. Otherwise, a lot of things gonna be slightly different. Okay. So
I have tried to ask my mom when I was born, but I've done that when I was trying to do the astrology thing, but they seem to not know because she did a cesarean, yeah. So I don't know what to do. Like,
ask her at least. Was it a night or a day?
Yes, it was at night.
Okay, now ask her, was it before midnight or after midnight?
She doesn't know because she was, what do you call it? She was asleep, like.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, at least you know at night. It will help a lot. And now, so you can try to put there at 10 p.m. and at 2 a.m. and see how much is it different. But it will be at least 80% accurate, but not 100. But 80% is good enough, at least, so you will know what are you, generator 2-5 or your projector 3-6, you know, so that will be helpful.
Okay, is there, apart from your mother, is there a way somebody can find out? Because if somebody can go to the hospital you were born, maybe I can, because I've tried to get this information out of my mother, but...
Well, you can do the research, but if you have time, you could. If you don't, it's okay. It's a good start to at least know that you're born at night and not in the morning. That's a good start. Yeah. By the way, there are people who are astrologists. By the way the events happen in your life, they can put together your profile and tell you exactly when you're born. But that's expensive, and you can live without it.
Okay.
So, with that, ladies, any questions before we go apart and meet probably in 2 to 3 weeks? I'll say in 2 weeks on October 21st. That will be the Saturday. Will that work for you, first of all, in 2 weeks?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
Yes.
We will have three-hour program in 2 weeks, but please make sure that you come on time and that you send me the picture to the group chat of who you are. Otherwise, you will be wasting a lot of your time not knowing who you are. And don't send me the pictures of your closed ones, but take the pictures for yourself. So when you will be listening to the program, you will know who is your husband or ex-husband or child or your parent. That will give you a really good picture of what's going on in your life. Okay?
Wait, you want us to find out like our parents' times as well, or like once we get our specific thing, it'll give us all that?
No. You work on yours and send me the picture of yours. Ask your parents when you were born, where you were born, because the major city and the time will exactly tell you what is your human design. But if your parents don't know exactly what time they were born, by putting their time approximately, you will still know. For example, if they're born on 4th of July, even if they're born in the morning or at night, they will be either manifestor or projector. But if they're born in the morning, it might be 2-4. If they're born in the evening, it could be 3-6. So the numbers will be slightly different, obviously, but at least you will know, are they manifestor, are they projectors, or they're reflectors or generators? And that is already going to explain a lot. Because as you will know, what is the characteristics of you, of your design or your partner's design, that is already enough. But then we'll go into specifics, okay? By the way, if you ever decide to get a profile of the full detail of your design, it usually takes 3 hours, but you have to take it only from the person who is awakened. So if somebody is reading your design, but they're not living life in their design, it's just an information. So it's very hard to find a person who are living their design. And in order to live in your design, you got to be spiritually awakened. So it could be, possibly, Gabriella, that you got information. And that's why you're not living as a projector. Once somebody is really giving you the knowledge and they're awakened, that's completely different. You're going to start shifting to live in your flow of a projector. And that's powerful because there's only 10% of you guys. You're very unique. And each one of us are in a way unique because we're each different. So with that said, we're going to dive into it in 2 weeks. And I look forward to it. Okay, ladies? With that said, namaskar. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you
Thank
in 2
you.
weeks. You're
Bye,
welcome,
ladies.
ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.